Hey everyone, welcome to Stand and Empower. And in this segment, I have my good friend Melina Womack. And Melina, she's in the banking industry for years, and so I want to let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about what she does.
Hello, my name's Melina Womack again. And yes, like Lisette said, I've been a banker for going on 10 years now.
It's a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, when did you decide to go into this field?
I was probably in my mid-20s and I felt like I really needed to make a difference. And being a Latina, there's a lot of us, but I feel like there's not enough of us actually educating. So I just took the jump and went into a serious career.
Wow, that's really good. And how have you seen yourself grow just over the years being in the banking industry?
Oh, a lot. I feel like I'm very educated, of course, when it comes to like your banking and your financing and meeting all sorts of people. I've been able to educate myself in all sorts of different career paths, I guess you could say, or like different industries.
Yeah.
So.
And you're bilingual, so
Yes.
then that is also an extra way to help people who,
English
who need the help.
is my second language. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, what are some of the challenges that you faced and how have you overcome them?
Some of the challenges I've faced in the banking industry, honestly, it's when someone has a loved one that has passed and you need to help them with their accounts. It can get very convoluted and very obviously it can be very sensitive. I try to educate myself as much as I can to help them in that process because of course when you're in that mindset you can't really think about really important things, especially when it comes to others things. So trying to be calm, of course be very empathetic because it is a very hard situation, but just trying to be educated and take everything that I can do myself for them.
Yeah, that's true because I bet information is limited into what you can actually do, or not necessarily information, but the steps you can take, like because you have to follow like certain procedures and protocols. And
no one knows where to start when it comes to a bank account after someone passed.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So who would you say has been your biggest support?
My biggest support, of course, is my family, my other half. Professionally, my coworker that trained me in my position, and my boss. I honestly have never had a better boss, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Someone that actually pushes me to be better, not just in my position, but as a person and what I'm doing. So my family always first, they'll always support you in anything you do. But when it comes to your profession, you want to have a good support group within the group that you work with. So I'm very thankful to have that.
That's very true. So they have been part of just your whole growth process then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat to have somebody like that in your life.
It really is.
Well, what would you say to someone who wants to start their own business or just enter a new career? Or maybe you have somebody that's switching from what they used to do and are looking to get into the banking industry.
Well, you're the only one that can stop yourself. I learned that. So you got to take that jump. You got to take the leap. If you don't try, I know it can sound corny when they say if you've never tried it before, then kind of think it's like that love quote. Yeah. But if you don't try it, you'll never know. So for me, in my profession, I just took the jump. I wanted to do something serious, and to take myself more seriously, you have to try. If you don't, then you're always going to regret it. So just do it. It can be scary, but change is always scary, but change is always good. So.
Yeah. So, Melina, tell me what would be a tip, something that you can encourage others to do if they are looking maybe into switching into a different bank?
More than anything, it's look for a relationship. You don't want to feel like just a number when you walk into a bank where they make you sit down and you have to wait to talk to someone. You want to be able to be greeted. Banking is already stressful. No one really likes to do it. It's very digital now, but if you have to go into a bank, it needs to feel like a relationship in a sense. It's personable. You want to be able to be greeted by name. It's something I like to do myself. I don't like for someone to walk in and I don't know who they are. It can be awkward in a sense.
Yeah, I bet it's like walking into this hall of strangers.
Or like the doctor's office.
Yeah, no, true. Well, thank you for your time, Melina. Thank you for being here today. I know you're very busy, but I do have one final question for you. How do you stand and empower?
I stand and empower by always being my true authentic self and being transparent with everyone. I like to treat everyone how I like to be treated, and in the long run it's helped me both professionally and personally. It's the only way I know how to be, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the golden rule, right? Just keep following through and encouraging others along the way, and that's where you lead by example.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I really enjoyed having you in the segment. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and we'll see you next time at Stand and Empower.